And as always, we have to get interactive. Go to a community near you. We have Manuel cranting somewhere in Chorkor right here in Accra and interacting with some residents. We'll go over to him. Manuel, good morning to you. How are the scenes around you like right now?
Yes, Roland, good morning. And so, with what's supposed to be a scenery and really an attraction to tourists, it's now turned into what you say a robber of the livelihood of fisher folks. I'm standing at the landing site here at Chorkor, where the fisher folks who go offshore, to fish, come to land. Now, the most visible things you can see are the impact of plastic waste, with the non-biodegradables, almost ruling here. They tell me that this is a menace that they've been fighting for so long. And really, Roland, this would be the least of their challenges. In my earlier interaction with some of them, they tell me that there's no sort of, sanitation exercise that is carried out here. I've been talking to a few of the people here who tell me that with this entire stretch, well over 4 kilometers, there's no public toilet here. And so what they do is to essentially, do their thing just at the shore. Interesting, isn't it? I'm trying to find a few of the people to speak to me here this morning, how they are able to deal with this situation right here at Chorkor. Well, so I can see the knee jersey of Sempe, he's here, and also the Ochami of the Sempe Stool land. He's also here. Let me just try to get a bit closer to them and speak to them this morning. Good morning, morning. What be a quef be a few ni one not robber can he be mini buy a robber engage.
Robber agent show me to me you are learning canny. To one again na basa and no be on there. No one I got to chinchana and you bad one you do on the Sunday. What do we talk on shore? I chop your talk on shore, a Galilee shore on it. If it's tomorrow be on me bear, I chop your hotel, same poor charming Jimmy. If you know when I got pee on Shodena, Yamla for energy going to your government here, 1 year, 2 hour. I got MP, President, fair 1 hour. I have what touching the car is 4 years. I go do Mubacheko, you shall know what I may or be or sir. What fair go on 1 year? I got
Assemblyman, baby.
Assemblyman, I'm a fair one of one. What all Galilee 1 way. Assemblyman Changbe, because we quit. What no go no cry be a shonena. But I'm Banamba Lakawo. Nango do Bashur, no fear and I know me what I want to go no. You shall not fetch a will a moon when I'm at the one I may have an almost Shona. The girl will let you work by Namanya Mamma Lufu. What will a mamma Gazi come to your mamma Chua? Equal Mamma, Equam, or I make a film and I back the to my mamma Ametsa. But be a common I never walk to go back I get to hospital. Like I get the one, Corona Barros, a quail, a gapa, a book. Like a Colombos land, I go less than the name. What choco, one a go. I just choco will my penny, I make penny, the flat among people I may argue. Choco will me, I make a falling beer for us at the bar. Whatever then again, I buy I get disturb where low, maybe a choco man again, and the son of a sabi and chair. I mean, I'm a saga, the flat no go buy me. Now I'm at hospital, I got coronavirus. I got what an account.
Okay, well, Roland is telling me that this is a problem that they have been fighting and dealing with for a long while now. The assembly folks do not do anything to help them. He says that they sometimes have accidents. When they are taken to the hospital, the doctors tell them that they have coronavirus, something they do not believe. But Nijase is also here. I want to speak to him quickly and ask him how this affects their yield when they go, upstream. Ni ofane ni boni new chami webiane. Eke amra lobi aba wanye. Chike nyete show me. Ene beni nalu. Alo nye nalu.
No chami we eji anu kwale. Leke dwenu onane dule sine ekome jo koli emi. Ekome jo gata se ni dule wo here no mi. Ne baboti o show me. Be kuma nyo ya bele se heni sanwo ngwe ya eno na lu ye jeme ka ye jeme ko ngwe ya jo na lu de me on lunch e ba ahwehyi ye shikun ka ba ahwehyi shikun to mo no obi ole ne ko ba ke assemblyman say amewa wo eja nukwale ke election time na ma anyi wo say wona fe na asan sure na kemi no me ene me ha eyu akechi ameka odun ba sure ye e bi ene ne wo dwa no na ne edulesi e papa na ene dumoshi ne enyame no odun pani atole dakupeli ladi mo ne ekoi epete wala chei ne tuwo ne kenu tuwo ne yeme ne kamisa inshona ye bi ene she aka assemblyman say no you amisa ne wo assemblymen ye choko ne wo assemblyman ye choko bi a choko wala mi Galilei inshona to woni nyame no ewie na kanji boni acho bi ene mo assemblyman say min ka ebu ake amewa wo ye bi mene kaji o e bi ene ko oni jomi le suo no no te doctor pe akake coronavirus emobu na ke coronavirus na nwe ameka ngbegbe meni coronavirus moko ame da ko fet mo twins fio o wolo fio no akake coronavirus
mabani worry coronavirus say his and feel, but Roland is telling me that it's a problem here, so the cycle is repetitive. So that after every 4 years, politicians come here, organize cleanup exercises with them, and try to get them to vote for them. It tells me essentially that for them, the politicians are playing with their mind, and it's a game that they are willing to end this time. He mentions Dakupele. Dakupele is, I'm told, the gentleman who has taken upon himself to be doing the cleanup exercises here together with the fisher folks. And I want to find out from him. He's been mentioning to me, you know, a particular gutter that is struck. Ni Dakupele o kiamiake gutter ku yese ni rubber de man probi ke ni bi ke wa mi no.
Femi aji gutter ko kan ye ni magba ye mi achom Dakupele. Gutter e be fokura e be ngbe no. E kan Galilei somotwem e man probi shele on ke cho Uganda somotwem ke ba shona echi what we ka wa we ka nupa mene ba e ba sha ka nupa mene ba e ba sha ka nupa mene ba ka je fa sise ngamba amenye oblanya bia ngma wolo ka ba ba sha shona fe wo muji wona ndo na
ni ake wole cheme ne de nche ni wu obi amuji
je wo obi na muji gota ejo se agbe le lu ojo je no pe manya me ma twa me gota to mo adwe eyin no go no ve kan ka me twa ma me la weyin kanyu mo ne ba lojo eje roba ji no ni je wo nu fe ayin sinaga o sho na le before kra before
Dakupele, who is the leader of the team that has been cleaning here periodically, is telling me that this is indeed a problem. He says that the rubbish, in fact, most of them, plastic waste, flow all through from Mamprobi and towns behind them when it rains. If you are mentioning Kaneshi and others. And so there's a problem. But in Babia, in Kwebia few, in ata nakba open defecation it on akaya niami and shona. It was an my public toilet few come and be a kuna use. She could be a fan no I'm akwe ko akunye.
Eko beto nge be akewa ka wajaje go wo post ko board mo na be abana akwa kati na ba ko e to ati aba politics so afio politics if the man fair amount of be be ba le be MPP ga ndisi ampa meleni na me odumo e Ghana no wo.
Okay, okay. Chorkor Galilei, Chorkor and Shona, and public toilet come pay you.
Eko kura baby. Lo if you don't Shona na wa I stop lo enye anya stop we. Bona eko meto nge baby. Cause omanye nge be ko cho ma mi no cho mi re ko yo. Eko meto nge baby. Eko kura baby.
Interesting. He says that there's no public toilet here. And you remember that government has been on a campaign to stop open defecation, what essentially comes with constructing some public toilet facilities for communities, especially around the coastal areas. They're telling me now that there's absolutely not, any public toilet around here. And so what they do is, maybe okay, what any public toilet, baby, toilet.
Lo if you to ma some show na ekome na me wa bona. Nga wa be pie ekome ame a o benefit. sure na ma some got time gani bi the police we wa momo ame si face won wo man bi won bo mo de won wie no a fe lolo bona we fe to toilet me ko be nye fe kuma wo we amehia ni amenya me so la nye lo mu fi amo ani asumi bona o majority fe sure na me so ni amewa bona.
This is interesting. I'm being told that, I mean, it's a norm here to do, in fact, to feel convenient around the shore. And that's where they do it. Even though they are swooped sometimes by the police officers, that is really their only option. And they are not left with much. And so they are calling for the construction of some public toilet facilities here. They say a number of people have already promised. No, okay, about promising here. Now we get about promising here.
What about you know MP assemblyman get to as a 4 year capacity be get to 4 years in
MP any obi a change Okovanapo.
I'm fine by you.
Okovanapo ke ba fi toilet anya fi.
Eba you see on have to money am no ba lash or neighbor you and Jimmy or about you and you mo don be ka ba laka we ga ba go do mo share ga ti ton NDC you ga meti MPP you ga meti won na go kura da
me turning get now real coronavirus because I will face mask what am wani will face mask ne it's an issue when in cameraman kemenin ke ba fe mo fian will face mask she me kwen fe ke de mami fe na ban show na mo ko will face mask because an enemy be again you know will face mask eh
tomorrow you are wo see if you me again ona truka no no oba na wo sunta me ka won ya mami da na ko yo se no no show na no won show na agbege ni we ya show ga wula mu ga ni bi face mask onye wo wuchu sibeni agela mi wo wa le anu kwale wo fe wo yusu e bi.
So he's telling me that well they wear it when they're going to town, but in their homes and especially around the canoes here where they park, they don't wear it because they feel that they are within their own jurisdiction, which is not safe. I want to speak to a few of the youth here and talk about what they have. So quickly, let me bring you over no Benkemi. Over no Benkemi. Feel over no Kemi I really last. Ni just finally done over ya. Kemi I really okay. Coronavirus face mask and your work in the near Shia on your face mask. I get coronavirus a beshia a be mammy. If you know your coronavirus by your mobile or me on your woo.
Oh, tomorrow you may nothing be any bad market in short and bad money. True car, Brian Chunoko, a BNN. You may give an army. Not even buying a jail on it. A jail on Mako, you know, Ninkaba. Ona, here jail on Maconi and Ninkaba. She be an laka no smash, as an woo. Shimo, did you go my bien and no ranch? I mean, fake Ninkaba. No one in war, laka affairs, and any away.
What now for Shiki? Dakupeleke ni jasi na ya fon shiki December me ne nta oni amra lo afi anye mini ke ake aba fi ha chokon show na be twa ke ne ba fon shiki ha party
oh no ni ompeji taji wo anka ma fe no kama wo no wo to na me fi ama wo no nji boni show na ne yo sani be fe na me fa me to boni zula yo ba ne ba bon no chumo e bi ene sa me na moko me ko me zula yo ko lo nuchula go company go kro ni ba anye e clean show na e san show na fe awo no le ka atena ka mi ko beto manima do motion ma vote no e wo manima vote but fame boni sana vote manima vote ma akboni show na yo ne show na ne mba bia ne le beniji mene ni ba bia ne mba na bia ne boni na le chuchuku na ka no mba na le bia first bini zula obi ba bia show na fe ne ke shimene ka je ni da ku pele Jimone e koi e wala chese ne e tawo me na me sabi e in our few owner.
So he's telling me that what will get him to vote in December is a promise to have regular cleanup exercises here and get the place cleaned regularly. Dakubele bo o here me here na feel like clean up can be e bo taba fete no ba vote to have me part me no tawo ni amra lo afi abalo party fan in town no vote ale me no town afi abo
no ni gba na peji gota je ni dwe do mi ne ke ban sure na aba sa gota me ka sa gota no pe junu gba improvement ka sa tafrache ye ya ni ami amewo mi na me chi obo la won amewo mi ame fita no ni jogon no e ba yi de ba gba wo na e sure na e wa nu kwale na ne so fi evite pinkaze la won evite uvalo la won evite no fa no evite ni ke je ne bia mi ya sure so fi ba yi ni sana sa sure na bona fe sure na che gota le sana ba sa ka no pe ji problem kwa no gba na fe toilet po
Ote gota gbo na po fi toilet.
Gota no mabo memini kola aga ena chanlo no je no gota je yo ne bengbe no ni kenye sumo nkenye ba nye kwa gota jam kenye sa e bengbe no.
Okay, bye. So he wants the gutters to be fixed. The gutters are choked, and he says that he wants them to be desilted, and then he will give his votes to anybody who does that. But let me speak to the youth. Last year, by this time, there was a closed fishing season. And so essentially meant that for a whole month or so, there was no activity in the ocean. I want to find out how different exactly that has been from this year when you didn't have a closed fishing season. Last year, about close fishing season. This year, last year, low namo. This year, low namo. Deni.
Last year, analofe. This year, mini ya wo. Analofe. First analofe na analu.
Me no analu.
Be do ageni yo nsho me wa analu. Wo do o sananya wa san nsho na. Dani ka wula gente wo na anya analu.
Great. So he's telling me that last year's, world was better than this year's because of the plastics in the ocean. So it suffocates the aquatic life therein, and so they are unable to make wholesome catches. Let me bring a few more people. I get what me to blind here, go blind here, fan you be a wire.
Often word be almost more 2 years be bane na ke yo low ayat mo face even year polenche na me ocean polenche always say me complain because of joy can be or kati work agbla joy ke ba kati work joy mo ba no bien mo firmo eko eta because
mo firmo nta eko ta ni aya we me na feel
to wa fete ni chuo be ma no ko be ma me obi na just wonyami me ke nyami me na kan no trash wo few
ati afi napco afi youth in afforestation can be me nya so weko
what's more she bole guarantee is this and here but all me ko te me guarantee sane nyoyin no bien on bi manielo ake wo tawa ni manielo ele ake je woni shi ijo wo shishije ni fimo kani no fe no yojogba no fe no mo fe amo wo fe o wa yin yojogba shi mo ko wa ye e ma se ne ni bi yin kan akole onyo gbla la ke awa bu na afi na poneken afi neken even registration afi obi ana pour le still wo polenche bi ana po won suffer because wo youth and wo jeno won ta no kwa pa bi ana wo na ke ni bi kume ya no wo ka wo ewo ni bi kuma bi ana no se
wo nye ya wo
o ya wo bi ana
nye chuno konoko
ya wo chuno konoko
na ya shia
ofano
ya shia so na kan
bi ana wo shia so na kan ko ko TV fi wo ta gari fi wo yi wo shia wo fe noko
ko join ni fi o ko ngbe fi o
join TV fi o ko ni bi ni ya no fi o ko wo shia na kan no fi o wo bi ana wo so wo shia
nya wo so ka kenya fo hu ke fatai
no na no kwale corona wo lockdown wo onu shi wo bi ana wo lock wo ngame ke ni bi fi wo shia ko bi won fo ke ko hwe no bi ana bi po ni yo po le chen fo ye bi enyo chi mi bi wala ko ni mo ame wale ni ke fo BP
ta wenye
okay na to mo B to mo 6 alo 7 po
ta B6 alo 7 no be nu chi mo to ba to ko me
ima ni ko obi e po mbi e ma go first born je mi nko le bi ane ngani kwole me no go ya no nyama chi pokembe kele me balaji o afọ ni ye akwa wo ke bi edra o wa atwa me gbe na me chon na me na me
okay. So he's telling me interesting conversation there, Roland. He's telling me that now they are unemployed. The yield from the sea is not anything to write home about. And so for them, they are just at home trying to multiply, give birth, and replenish some more. One of them has just, come back from the ocean. I want to speak to him quickly before we hand over to you. Tamone wo muji ke roba ke nibi no oyabote mi
no moji akpa ke gota ga jo tem no awu ne ke yani ketumo atu mo fongo ke mbo mo se gota ga jo wa nyeni na
okay ke atu mo fongo ba no ni oyagbe gota mi mo fon na
energy gota ni sika nungbo ne ba ona ga muji ke ba wo mi she ne ka she ye muji esmo muji ka ga wo mi 10 times ba je like 10 times okay onu shi no ja ga got na je gotan shade papa ni no go akpa ka shi no ene le mo pa na ko wu e fon ya bo na tuyale ka na tuyale e ke egbe wo bodo mi eja no e wa agbo ma de sacho.
So he's telling me that this is a real therapy. So that if you get into the ocean, especially with how filthy it is, in its own words, that is how you get cleansed. And it's a whole cleansing regime for him. But I want to find out, I care where be an aya who no be. They were attaching our force on.
Jelemy, I'm a film okay, no tomorrow. Mofiamoke Jomonega, Mogo, if you go 7 seconds, you need. I got for one, she did for 1 night. Time, can't go no about Oko.
What 4 feel?
4 night.
You mean no feel?
I'm going to go to Jimmy.
Ozila, mini Nujumoji Ozila.
Ozila, Libi, Lelamo, Mashawaka, she watching seconds, Nako 4 million, no, but she Oko 4 million. If you could have a flat, many 2 years ago, no, most of the name, no, I'm smoking on to what she won't. No, I be a once will be a tomorrow. Ni tumo agabi ala got mo ba na tumo mu got wo tumo o de ko ko le won sin do kwa no go loli o ka ta onu tumo sheja ga o wo no nyi da ke no tumo no ba wa bi
abia ke mi no be wo le tema bia ba ya school mo ko ni anya na paper se ku
school if you are ga won ke taflo ache mi ne ke shini dumo school wo mi go wa shi e she ko na ga shi inu mo no tumo ya no do gba ale no mu san mi ma nyi ke ya wo no tumo mi kono mi ga chan school no she ga wo mi awon na ga school e ga mi she go nko mo go egbe university na ete school agbagba e won pure traffic mi sino mi ni gbego na ni mi go la mi na bia fio mi na bia fio nke shi e ka wa ga to office e go office no je no ji nu tumo
wo bono fio e bia ke nyon ko me ko enyon na
ke kula mi ke ten ke ba fen ke na kula 4 million
na 4 million nyon ko me no o benu tumo ko crash onyo fi oni o na 4 million
no tumo ni tumo bi wonyeme amete wa mba
okay
no ka amete wa mba ona ke akewo kente jam ko la mi teleko
okay o blanya bi mi bi ake boni insure na efe mi no wo den che wonye wo fe ni wo tumo ani wo je wo sabie ni wo je joy ani ke mbra ni yo say abami mbra ake oblanya bia me no wonye wo fe na kai
ona ke ni the thing is wo banye wo sa but without the help of the government we cannot do anything ona because any me onani eyo bi any fine ke wo ba loju e mo nu wo lo de ndi out e femba ni esana form no ko ye choko ni na kan ni na kan ni to help us. Because without that thing, we cannot do anything. Because anything at all which you come out from seaside, the government themselves, they don't like it. Always say they depend upon the people of the forest before us. Because when they get good things, or they take you to that place, then they leave us in the poor. So whatever we do, even they would not reach their minds. Because I remember last 3 years, the government came to meet us at the Chorkor beach. Then we talked with him about our problems we are facing in this beach. For him to help us, because one, they have been giving the awards to the farmers. What about the fishermen? But what we bought it from the Mokola or anything, that net and this thing, definitely they got some tax from it. But they were not thinking about us. Because you see a fisherman children, you use the fishing to take care of the children to the university level. But the moment they were not getting people there to support them, they won't collect you. Because I remember in the year 2000, I've been working at ACP. And we made some small demonstration. We said if they will not increase our payment, which we will not allow any car to come inside to buy any of the materials. They took us to court like 4 years, 5 times. They said, oh, all the what we are doing is a foolish. They will sack all of us. Almost 4,000 plus workers. So what are they allowing us to do? They were killing us. Fine.
But they are doing a fish landing site for you. They are doing a fish landing site at Jamestown.
Jamestown. Oh, if you are telling that is not a fishing land, because if you are doing a fishing land for us, and the people of the fishing people, they were not the people working there, doing that Chorkor and all sort of things. What are you telling me? You are not helping us, because if you know we are the people doing the fishing land for that place, you have to invite both of us to come and work there. So at least if you are a laborer, at the end of the day, you are getting 40 Ghana, 70 Ghana, then that means the government is helping us. Yes. But the process why it was going to collect, and if you give the contract to the any people, they are the people who brought their children.
So what you are saying is that the fish landing site project is a problem because...
Well, Manuel Kranting having a great conversation with the residents of Chorkor, just along the beach there. And, it's where you can get the best shitolo, I tell you. It's about the story, their life, and their sentiments on politics and everything about livelihoods in the slums or in their community of Chorkor. It's where we have to take a break. When we come back, we'll do some conclusions on showbiz as Kadi comes in with the latest. Stay with us.